Did you know that by 2026, over half of Americans over 60 will be using AI-powered tools every single day, even without realizing it? From the moment you check your blood pressure with your smartwatch to when your phone predicts what you're about to type, artificial intelligence is quietly becoming your personal assistant, health coach, and memory helper all at once. The world isn't just changing. It's transforming faster than we ever imagined. And while many people think seniors are being left behind, the truth is the opposite. This is the first time in history that technology is giving older adults the power to live longer, safer, more connected lives, without needing to be tech experts. But here's the catch. Only a small group of seniors are actually taking advantage of these breakthroughs. The rest? They're missing out on tools that could make their lives easier, healthier, and even more fulfilling. So before we begin, go ahead and tap that like button, not just for the algorithm, but so YouTube keeps showing you simple, life-changing tech updates made just for you. And if you're new here, welcome to Wise Tech Seniors, the place where technology meets wisdom. Stick around till the very end, because secret number 7 will touch your heart and might just change how your family remembers you forever. Meet Evelyn Rose Carter, 69 years old, a retired nurse from the peaceful town of Bend, Oregon. She's a woman of quiet strength, the kind who still handwrites grocery lists, keeps her late husband's pocket watch by the bedside, and says, "Technology is for the kids." For most of her life, Evelyn's relationship with tech was complicated. Touchscreens were too sensitive. Passwords, or as she jokingly called them, Payne's words, were impossible to remember. Even her voice assistant, meant to make life easier, seemed to misunderstand her more often than it helped. But everything changed one quiet morning in the spring of 2024. Evelyn had just finished her cup of chamomile tea when her phone lit up with a gentle chime. "It's time for your morning medication." She froze, confused. She hadn't set a reminder. Not this time. Yet somehow her phone knew. Curious and a little startled, she tapped the notification and saw her smartwatch had automatically synced her health data from a doctor's visit the week before, creating a routine reminder all on its own. It wasn't magic. It was technology, quietly watching out for her. That simple alert did more than just help her remember a pill. It opened her eyes to something she'd never expected. Technology wasn't replacing her. It was protecting her. From that day, Evelyn made a decision. She would no longer run from technology. She would learn how to make it serve her, not the other way around. And what she uncovered over the next year was nothing short of life-changing. She learned 7 powerful, practical tech secrets that every senior, especially those over 60, should know before 2026. These weren't complicated tech tricks. They were everyday tools that helped her regain control of her time, her health, and even her connection to the people she loves. Today, Evelyn's story isn't just about catching up with technology. It's about discovering how, when used wisely, technology can actually extend your independence, sharpen your memory, and deepen your legacy. Secret 1: the hidden assistant that already knows you. For most of her life, Evelyn thought her phone was just a gadget for calls and photos. She'd squint at the small icons, poke at the wrong buttons, and sigh, muttering, "These things were not made for people my age." But one chilly evening, while scrolling through family pictures, she accidentally brushed her finger across a microphone icon and heard a cheerful voice say, "Hi Evelyn, how can I help?" Startled, she almost dropped her phone, but curiosity got the better of her. So, she tried something simple. "Hey Google, remind me to call my grandson at 5. The voice responded instantly, "Got it. I'll remind you at 5 p.m. And just like that, Evelyn met her invisible helper. The one she never knew was quietly waiting to make her life easier. What she discovered next changed everything. This wasn't some fancy, complicated technology meant for teenagers. It was a personal assistant designed for her, for seniors who want to stay sharp, stay connected, and stay independent. Evelyn began experimenting. She asked her phone to read her text messages aloud when her glasses weren't nearby. She told it to set a timer while she baked her famous apple pie. She even asked it to play Frank Sinatra's greatest hits. And her living room suddenly came alive with "Fly Me to the Moon," Within days, she was hooked. Voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant can do far more than most people realize, especially for seniors. They can tell you who's calling without you lifting a finger. They can help locate a misplaced phone or hearing aid. They can read your emails, control smart lights, or even adjust your thermostat just by hearing your voice. And yes, they can tell bedtime stories to your grandkids through connected smart speakers. Something that brought Evelyn and her granddaughter, Lily, closer than ever, even though they lived in different states. At first, Evelyn was nervous about relying on a talking device. But soon she noticed something special. The more she spoke to it, the more it learned her tone, her habits, and even her routine. When she said, "Good morning," it automatically shared the weather, her to-do list, and a cheerful reminder to drink water. For Evelyn, this wasn't just about convenience, it was about freedom. Freedom to stay organized without feeling overwhelmed. Freedom to manage her day without constantly writing notes she might forget to check. Freedom to live with confidence in a fast-changing world. Now, she jokes that she has two best friends, her neighbor Betty and her digital buddy. And here's the truth. Most seniors already have this assistant sitting silently in their phones, tablets, or smart TVs, waiting to help. Have you ever tried talking to your phone or Alexa? What's the funniest or most surprising thing it's ever replied? Drop your story in the comments. We love reading them, and you never know who you might inspire. Evelyn started small, asking her assistant to set simple reminders. But that tiny decision became the foundation for her digital confidence. Because sometimes, all it takes is one friendly, "Hey Siri," to turn a world of frustration into one of freedom. Secret 2. The button that could save your life. It was a calm evening in early spring. The kind where the world feels peaceful. The air cool. The sunset glowing softly across the Oregon trees. Evelyn's neighbor, Harriet, a lively 74-year-old widow, stepped out to water her porch plants like she always did. But as she turned to head back inside, her foot caught the edge of the welcome mat. In an instant, she slipped. The sound of the watering can clattering echoed into the quiet night. No one was around to hear her, but her watch did. Within seconds, her Apple Watch detected the fall. A gentle vibration pulsed against her wrist, followed by a calm voice from the device. "It looks like you've taken a hard fall. Are you okay?" When Harriet didn't respond, the watch automatically sent her GPS location and a message to her daughter, who lived 300 miles away in San Diego. Within minutes, help was on the way. That small moment, a single button and a bit of technology, made all the difference between panic and peace of mind. When Evelyn heard the story, she was stunned. She'd always thought smartwatches were for joggers and teenagers counting steps. But now she saw them differently, not as gadgets but as guardians. She decided to get one for herself. At first, it felt odd, a nurse's habit of skepticism mixed with curiosity. But the more she explored, the more she realized how powerful that little device truly was. Her smartwatch could do things she never imagined. It could check her heart rate, track her sleep, and even remind her to stand up if she'd been sitting too long. And then she found the feature that changed everything, the emergency SOS. With one long press, the watch could instantly call her daughter, alert emergency services, and share her exact location. No dialing, no fumbling for a phone, no shouting for help. For Evelyn, who lived alone since her husband passed, that was more than convenience, it was security. But it doesn't stop there. Today's technology goes far beyond the wrist. Android phones now have built-in SOS features that let you press the power button 5 times to call for help. Devices like Alexa Guard can listen for sounds of glass breaking or smoke alarms and send alerts straight to your phone. Even smart home systems can be programmed to unlock doors for emergency responders. Technology isn't just about making life easier anymore. It's about making it safer. Evelyn says, "I used to fear falling. Now, I feel like I've got someone watching over me. Only this guardian wears a strap." She calls it her guardian angel on her wrist, and she never leaves home without it. It's more than a gadget. It's peace of mind, independence, and quiet reassurance all in one. If you're watching this right now and thinking, "I don't need that yet," remember, neither did Harriet. until that one unexpected evening when her life changed. Do you or someone you love use a smartwatch or an emergency alert device? Has it ever helped you or given you peace of mind? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might just inspire someone to protect themselves too. Because sometimes the smallest button can hold the greatest power, the power to save a life. Secret 3. The new fountain of youth hidden in your tablet. For most of her life, Evelyn believed that staying young was about eating right, walking daily, and keeping a cheerful heart. But after retirement, she began noticing something else slipping away. Not her strength, but her spark. The days started blending together. The morning coffee tasted the same. The TV played the same shows. And she found herself missing that sense of purpose she had when she was still a nurse. One rainy afternoon, her granddaughter, Lily, handed her an old tablet and said, "Grandma, you can do anything with this. Even travel the world without leaving your chair." Evelyn laughed it off at first. But that night, curiosity nudged her again. She opened the tablet, pressed a few icons, and before she knew it, she was watching a watercolor painting tutorial on YouTube. 2 hours later, her tea was cold, her paper was messy, and her smile was wider than it had been in years. That simple night became the start of something magical. Evelyn downloaded a puzzle app to sharpen her mind, joined a virtual bridge club that met every Thursday, and even tried a free online art class taught by a woman her age who painted ocean scenes from her backyard in Florida. She began waking up excited again. And here's the science behind her newfound energy. Studies from major universities now confirm that digital hobbies, from puzzle apps to online learning, can strengthen neural connections, slow down memory decline, and even improve mood in adults over 60. It's not just about keeping busy. It's about retraining your brain to stay curious, alert, and alive. Evelyn's favorite discovery, though, was a virtual travel app. With a few taps, she found herself walking through Rome, standing in front of the Colosseum, listening to the faint hum of Italian traffic. She later visited Paris, Kenya, and even the Great Wall of China, all from her recliner, cup of coffee in hand. Every journey made her feel younger, not because her body had changed, but because her mind had reopened. Soon, she began teaching others in her church group how to use their tablets too. They'd gather every Wednesday afternoon, a mix of retired teachers, veterans, and widows, and explore new things together. Language apps, virtual tours, brain games, and even digital journaling tools to record memories for their families. Evelyn realized something profound. Youth isn't a number. It's a mindset, and technology, when used with intention, can be the bridge that reconnects you to that youthful curiosity. So here's the truth most people overlook. You don't need to chase youth. You can cultivate it. And it may already be sitting right there on your tablet or phone. Imagine this for a second. If you could learn anything online right now, what would it be? Cooking? Guitar? Photography? Maybe storytelling or digital art? Drop your dream hobby in the comments below. Someone else might share that same dream and finally take the leap because of you. For Evelyn, that little screen didn't steal her time. It gave her back her spark. And that's what she calls her digital fountain of youth. Secret 4. The scam-proof mindset every senior needs. It started like any ordinary Tuesday morning. Evelyn was sipping her coffee, scrolling through her tablet, when a new email popped up. The subject line read, "Urgent. Account suspended. Immediate action required." Her heart skipped a beat. The message looked official. The logo was perfect. The tone was polite but firm. And there was even a link that said, "Verify your account." For a moment, panic took over. She thought about her savings, her pension deposits, and the years of hard work she'd carefully tucked away. With trembling fingers, she was just about to click the link, when something inside her paused. She remembered a simple rule she'd read about a few weeks earlier: hover before you click. She moved her cursor over the link, and suddenly, the truth appeared. The website address didn't match her bank's name at all. It was a scam. A cruel, calculated trick designed to steal her information and drain her account. That 1 second of patience, that single act of awareness, saved her from losing everything she had worked for. Evelyn later discovered that she wasn't alone. In 2025, reports showed that digital scams targeting seniors had risen by over 40%. From fake charity requests to phony prize notifications and urgent tech support pop-ups, scammers were getting smarter, but so were seniors like her. She decided right then that she would never be a victim again. Evelyn began learning the signs of a scam. If a message creates panic or urgency, it's a red flag. If it asks for personal information or money right away, it's not real. And if it sounds too good to be true, it always is. She even shared her new wisdom with her church group, warning them about scam calls pretending to be grandchildren in trouble, fake bank emails, and deceptive Amazon refund messages. What surprised her most wasn't how easy scams could look. It was how empowering it felt to spot them. She started saying, "You can't scam me. I've got experience and Wi-Fi now." Her new rule became simple. Click nothing, call the real source. If a message came from her bank, she called the number printed on her bank card, never the one in the email. When tech support claimed her computer was infected, she ignored the pop-up and restarted her device instead. Evelyn now teaches this same mindset to her grandkids, because staying scam-proof isn't just about technology, it's about wisdom. And wisdom is something she's had all along. Have you or someone you love ever faced an online scam? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could save someone else from falling into the same trap. That day, Evelyn didn't just protect her money. She protected her confidence. For the first time, she realized that being tech smart wasn't about knowing every app or gadget. It was about trusting herself. And as her confidence grew, so did her curiosity. If she could use tech to protect herself, what else could it help her do? Secret 5. Turning wisdom into income, the gentle way. For years, Evelyn thought her working life was behind her. After retiring from nursing, she assumed her income would come only from her pension and savings. But deep down, she missed that feeling of being needed. She missed sharing advice, caring for people, and watching them get better because of her guidance. Then one afternoon, while browsing through her tablet, she stumbled on a headline that read, "How seniors are earning from home, just by sharing what they already know." Curiosity pulled her in. She clicked. It wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme or a confusing tech platform. It was an online course designed for seniors, teaching how to earn gently from the comfort of home. No pressure, no hustle culture, no complicated gadgets. Just simple ways to turn life experience into income. Evelyn signed up cautiously at first. The course walked her through how to record short videos, write simple posts, and connect with websites that valued her expertise. Within a few weeks, she discovered her niche, health education for older adults. Using her decades of nursing knowledge, she began creating short audio clips and written guides on topics like medication safety, home exercises, and healthy meal planning. Soon, a small wellness website reached out and asked to feature her work, and offered to pay her for it. Evelyn couldn't believe it. She wasn't chasing money. She was simply sharing wisdom. And somehow, that wisdom began to earn its own quiet reward. Every time she received a small payment, she said it felt less like income and more like a thank you note from the internet. It wasn't just about money anymore, it was about purpose. She started to see that the internet wasn't a playground for the young. It was a marketplace of knowledge. And seniors like her had something priceless: experience. Some of her friends joined her journey too. One began tutoring kids online, teaching basic math with patience only a grandmother could give. Another started a YouTube channel for storytelling, reading bedtime tales with warmth and nostalgia that no AI voice could ever imitate. And one woman began sharing old family recipes on Facebook. Recipes that brought thousands of people together, each leaving comments saying, "This reminds me of my mom's kitchen." Evelyn calls this movement the gentle economy. It's not about chasing trends or working late hours. It's about letting your wisdom work for you. And in a world overflowing with noise, the quiet, steady voice of experience has never been more valuable. So, if you're watching this right now, think about it. What could you teach online? Maybe it's how to plant tomatoes, how to fix a wobbly chair, how to comfort someone going through loss, or how to make the perfect cup of coffee. Whatever it is, someone out there needs it. Drop your answer in the comments. If you could teach one thing online, what would it be? For Evelyn, this wasn't just about earning again. It was about remembering that her story still mattered, and realizing that sometimes the world still needs your voice. Secret 6. The house that thinks with you. Evelyn used to start her mornings in a quiet, slightly chaotic rhythm. She'd fumble for her glasses, shuffle toward the light switch, and try to remember if she'd turned the kettle on or fed the cat. Mornings felt a little rushed, and sometimes a little lonely. But that changed the day she discovered what she now calls her thinking house. It started with a small smart speaker her son gifted her. "Mom, just talk to it," he said. Evelyn raised an eyebrow. "Talk to it?" He smiled. "Trust me." So she tried. "Alexa, turn on the living room lights." In a blink, the room lit up. No switch, no fumbling in the dark. Just light and a little spark of wonder. That tiny moment began a quiet revolution in her home. Within weeks, she'd connected her thermostat, her medication reminder, and even her coffee maker. Now her mornings flow with gentle ease. The lights turn on softly when she walks in. Her thermostat adjusts to a cozy temperature before she wakes, and a gentle reminder light blinks beside her favorite chair when it's time for her medication. It's not luxury, it's peace of mind. What Evelyn loves most isn't the convenience, but the freedom. She doesn't worry about missing pills, leaving lights on, or tripping in the dark. Her house watches out for her, quietly, consistently, faithfully. And here's the amazing truth. This kind of technology isn't futuristic anymore. It's accessible, affordable, and designed with seniors in mind. From smart plugs that turn off forgotten appliances to motion sensors that softly light hallways at night, today's homes are learning to care back. Evelyn says, "My home feels alive now, not because it's smart, but because it understands my rhythm." She's not alone. Across America, millions of older adults are embracing this wave of assistive technology. Not to keep up with trends, but to make life simpler, safer, and more comfortable on their own terms. And here's the mindset shift that changed everything for Evelyn. The goal isn't to keep up with tech. It's to make tech keep up with you. Her friends started following her lead. One installed smart doorbell cameras so her kids could check in from afar. Another uses a digital photo frame that automatically updates with pictures her grandkids send from college. Every day brings a new little surprise, a familiar smile, a familiar voice, bridging generations through technology that listens and learns. It's more than gadgets. It's companionship, safety, and dignity. Imagine walking into a room and having the light say, "Welcome back," or hearing your favorite song play softly as you make breakfast. Not because you asked, but because your home already knows your morning playlist. That's not science fiction anymore. That's the reality of a smart home built for aging gracefully. Tell me this, if your home could think with you, what would you want it to do first? Turn on your favorite radio show? Brew your morning coffee automatically? Or maybe remind you to call someone you love? Share it below. You might inspire someone else to make their home a little smarter, and their days a little brighter. Secret 7. The memory machine that keeps you alive forever. Evelyn never thought a piece of technology could make her cry, until it did. One quiet evening, she sat in her living room, phone in hand, using a new AI app that asked her gentle questions about her past, her childhood in the countryside, her first dance, the day she became a mother. She spoke, laughed, and even teared up a little. But when she played it back, she heard something magical. Her own voice, clear and warm, telling her life story. Her grandkids listened in awe. "Grandma," one of them said, "it's like you're inside the phone." That moment changed everything. Evelyn realized that this wasn't about technology, it was about time travel. It was about leaving a piece of herself behind, not as a photograph that fades, but as a voice that speaks forever. Today, Evelyn keeps her digital diary alive, recording little stories each week. The sound of her laughter, her favorite recipe tips, her advice about love, loss, and resilience, all saved in what she calls her forever box. And she's not alone. Around the world, seniors are discovering AI-powered memory tools, from digital journals and virtual scrapbooks to voice-preserving AI companions that store your stories for future generations. These tools don't just capture data, they capture essence. They remind us that every life is a library, and every memory deserves a shelf. Evelyn says, "When I'm gone, my voice won't be. My great-grandchildren will still know how I sounded when I laughed." It's not about gadgets. It's about connection, the kind that outlives you. Technology has quietly become the bridge between generations, turning memories into something more powerful: presence. If you could record one moment, one story, one feeling, for your loved ones to keep forever, what would it be? Would it be your proudest day? The song you danced to with your partner? Or the lesson you wish the next generation would never forget? Drop your answer in the comments, because one day, that memory could be someone's favorite story about you. Evelyn puts it perfectly. Technology doesn't replace me. It remembers me. In conclusion, Evelyn's journey reminds us that youth isn't measured in years. It's measured in curiosity. She didn't chase trends or try to keep up with every new gadget. She simply stayed open, and that's what changed everything. From learning how to video call her grandson across the ocean, to mastering online art classes, to protecting herself from scams, to even recording her life stories for future generations. She became living proof that the digital world isn't a barrier for seniors. It's a bridge. Her story isn't about technology. It's about transformation, about rediscovering purpose, connection, and joy in a world that moves fast, but still makes room for those who move with heart. Every notification became a chance to learn. Every new app became a window into something exciting. And every little victory, sending her first emoji, joining her first Zoom party, setting up her smart home, became a quiet reminder that growth never stops. Evelyn now says something beautiful whenever she helps a friend learn tech. Don't let the future scare you, let it serve you. And that's the heart of it all. Technology isn't for the young. It's for the curious. It's for those who want to keep learning, keep connecting, and keep living fully, brightly, boldly. So if you're watching this and thinking, maybe I'm too old for this stuff, stop right there. You're not. The truth is, the moment you try something new, even if it's just downloading your first app or learning how to use voice search, you've already proven you're young at heart. The future doesn't belong to those who know everything. It belongs to those willing to explore anything. Before you scroll away, take a second. Hit that like button if Evelyn's story made you smile, subscribe to Wise Tech Seniors, and share this video with a friend or parent who still thinks technology is too complicated. Because by 2026, the seniors who embrace these 7 secrets won't just survive the tech age, they'll shine in it. They'll be the storytellers, the teachers, the creators, and the wise ones guiding the rest of us. And that's what Wise Tech Seniors is all about, reminding the world that wisdom never grows old. It simply grows smarter. Wise Tech Seniors, because wisdom never gets old. In conclusion, Evelyn's journey reminds us that youth isn't measured in years. It's measured in curiosity. She didn't chase trends or try to keep up with every new gadget. She simply stayed open, and that's what changed everything. From learning how to video call her grandson across the ocean, to mastering online art classes, to protecting herself from scams, to even recording her life stories for future generations. She became living proof that the digital world isn't a barrier for seniors. It's a bridge. Her story isn't about technology. It's about transformation, about rediscovering purpose, connection, and joy in a world that moves fast, but still makes room for those who move with heart. Every notification became a chance to learn. Every new app became a window into something exciting. And every little victory, sending her first emoji, joining her first Zoom party, setting up her smart home, became a quiet reminder that growth never stops. Evelyn now says something beautiful whenever she helps a friend learn tech. Don't let the future scare you, let it serve you. And that's the heart of it all. Technology isn't for the young. It's for the curious. It's for those who want to keep learning, keep connecting, and keep living fully, brightly, boldly. So if you're watching this and thinking, maybe I'm too old for this stuff, stop right there. You're not. The truth is, the moment you try something new, even if it's just downloading your first app or learning how to use voice search, you've already proven you're young at heart. The future doesn't belong to those who know everything. It belongs to those willing to explore anything. Before you scroll away, take a second. Hit that like button if Evelyn's story made you smile, subscribe to Wise Tech Seniors, and share this video with a friend or parent who still thinks technology is too complicated. Because by 2026, the seniors who embrace these 7 secrets won't just survive the tech age. They'll shine in it. They'll be the storytellers, the teachers, the creators, and the wise ones guiding the rest of us. And that's what Wise Tech Seniors is all about, reminding the world that wisdom never grows old. It simply grows smarter. Wise Tech Seniors, because wisdom never gets old.